Liam held his breath, and then he stepped into the forest. The air was thick with anticipation, and he could feel his heart pounding in his chest. The trees were tall and dark, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. Mist hung heavy between the trees, creating an eerie, almost magical atmosphere. It swirled around his feet, making every step feel like he was walking through a dream. Liam smiled. This was an adventure. He felt a thrill of excitement mixed with a tinge of fear.
Liam walked deeper into the forest. The air grew cool and the sounds of the outside world faded away. The light began to fade, casting long shadows that danced with the mist. All around him, the woods were silent, as if holding their breath, or were they? Liam stopped, straining his ears to catch any sound. He thought he heard a sound. A twig snapped. Liam spun around, his eyes wide with curiosity and a hint of fear. He thought he saw something move, a shadow darting between the trees, but the mist was thick, obscuring his vision and playing tricks on his mind. He could not see clearly, the fog making everything seem distant and surreal.
"Hello? Is anyone there?"
Liam called out, his voice trembling slightly. His voice echoed through the trees, bouncing back at him in a haunting manner. There was no answer. Liam took a deep breath, trying to steady his nerves. He told himself not to be afraid. He was brave. He would be fine. He had faced challenges before and come out stronger. He just needed to be careful, to trust his instincts and keep moving forward. He continued on his way, keeping his eyes peeled for any sign of danger, every sense heightened as he ventured deeper into the unknown. The trees grew taller, their ancient trunks reaching skyward as if trying to touch the heavens. Their branches intertwined above him, creating a natural cathedral of wood and leaves. They formed a dense canopy that blocked out the sun, casting the forest floor into a perpetual twilight. The leaves of the trees were a deep green, almost black, adding to the forest's mysterious aura. They rustled in the wind, whispering secrets to each other, as if sharing ancient tales of the forest. The forest floor was covered in soft moss. It cushioned Liam's steps, making his journey feel like a dream. Strange flowers grew in the dim light, their presence adding an otherworldly charm to the forest. They glowed with an eerie light, illuminating the shadows with their soft, ethereal glow. Their petals shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, creating a mesmerizing display of natural beauty. Liam had never seen anything like it. The sight filled him with awe and wonder.
He reached out to touch one of the flowers, drawn by its enchanting glow. But then he drew back his hand, a sudden caution taking hold of him. He wasn't sure if it was safe. The forest was full of wonders, but also unknown dangers. He decided it was better to be safe than sorry, choosing caution over curiosity. He continued on his way, marveling at the strange and wonderful sights around him, each step revealing new mysteries.
Then he saw her. A girl stood in the middle of the path. She had long golden hair. Her eyes were as blue as the sky. She was smiling. It was a knowing smile, as if she had been expecting him.
"Hello," Liam said.
The girl didn't speak, but she nodded her head in greeting. Liam walked towards her. He felt strangely drawn to her, as if he had known her all his life.
"I'm Liam," he said. "What's your name?"
The girl still didn't speak, but she smiled again. And somehow Liam knew her name, Arya. Liam and Arya walked together in silence. They didn't need words. They understood each other. It was like magic. The forest seemed to part for them. The trees leaned away from the path, as if they were making way for them. The path began to glow. It shimmered beneath their feet. The light grew brighter with each step they took. Liam looked at Arya. Her eyes sparkled with excitement. She nodded towards the path.
Liam took a deep breath. He wasn't sure what lay ahead, but he knew that he had found a friend, and that he was no longer afraid. He took Arya's hand. Together, they walked towards the light.
The light led them through the forest. It led them to a clearing, and in the center of the clearing was a waterfall. But this was no ordinary waterfall. The water flowed upwards. It shimmered like liquid silver. It seemed to defy gravity.
"Wow, look at that, Arya!"
Liam and Arya stood at the base of the waterfall. They watched in amazement. The sound of the water was like a whisper. It spoke of secrets and mysteries. It called to them.
"I feel a strange pull towards it. I want to touch it, Arya."
Me too, Liam. It's like it's calling to us.
They took each other's hands. They walked towards the waterfall. The water was cool and refreshing. Liam and Arya closed their eyes. They let the water wash over them. When they opened their eyes, they saw it, a golden key. It floated in the center of the upward flowing water. It sparkled and shimmered. It beckoned them closer.
Look, Liam, a key.
Liam and Arya reached for the key. Their hands touched the smooth, cold metal. They felt a surge of energy flow through their bodies. It was magical. As soon as their fingers grasped the key, the world started to change. The waterfall pulsed with a brilliant light. Liam and Arya held on tight. They closed their eyes as the light engulfed them. When Liam opened his eyes, he gasped. He was surrounded by light. It swirled and danced around them. It formed shapes and patterns. It was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen.
Arya, look at this!
Arya was beside him. Her eyes were wide with wonder. She reached out to touch the light. It flowed through her fingers like water. It tickled her palm. Liam felt different. He felt lighter. He felt free. He looked around. The waterfall was gone. The forest was gone. Everything was gone, except for Arya and the light and something else, something incredible.
This is amazing, Liam. I've never seen anything like it.
Islands floated in the air, defying the laws of gravity and creating a breathtaking spectacle. They were all shapes and sizes, each one unique and mesmerizing in its own way. Some were small, like stepping stones, perfect for hopping from one to another. Others were large, with towering mountains and sparkling waterfalls of their own, creating a majestic landscape in the sky. Magical creatures soared through the air, adding to the enchantment of the scene. They had shimmering wings and rainbow scales that glistened in the sunlight. They sang beautiful songs that echoed through the sky.
Arya, look at those creatures. They're even more amazing than I imagined.
Liam and Arya were no longer afraid. The magic of the islands had given them courage. They knew they had found something special, a place where dreams and reality intertwined. They had found a world of magic and wonder, a place beyond their wildest dreams, a world where anything was possible, where the impossible became possible. They smiled at each other, their hearts filled with joy and excitement. They took a deep breath and stepped forward, ready to explore this magical realm. Their adventure was just beginning, and they couldn't wait to see what lay ahead.
This is just the beginning, Liam. There's so much more to discover. Liam, I can't wait to see what's next. The possibilities are endless.
And so, with hearts full of wonder and eyes wide with amazement and spirits ready for the journey ahead, they ventured forth with determination. Liam and Arya stepped into the unknown, their minds open to the endless possibilities, ready to embrace the magic that awaited them in this extraordinary world.